Conference in Moscow. The people have found their voices once again. They sense their power. The meeting with the delegates to the 19th All-Union Party Conference that took place in Tallinn on the evening of June 17th, which was arranged by the Initiative Center of the Popular Front, was an unforgettable experience for all who were present. Big bosses arrived from Moscow. A staff was created on the 5th floor of the committee, and tens of workers were sent to the Song Festival grounds. Lieutenant Colonel Podpolkovnik Yuri Latsev was designated to be the leader of this operative group. This is what the radio traffic sounded like. 1, this is 5, the people are gathering, over. Some minutes later, 1, this is 5. People are arriving from all over. There are thousands of them. Over. A little more time goes by. 1, this is 5. 50,000 have gathered. A lot of time went by, and then Moscow asked, "What's going on there? Where is 5? We were considering sending a backup. 1, this is 5. Soviet power has just gone down the toilet."
Esimene, siin 5. Ja otse ütles välja ka, ma ei tea, kas ma nüüd seda sõna siin tohin öelda, eks ole, ja ütles nii, see on Nõukogude võim.
Many of you had already lost hope. Complacency replaced willingness in people's hearts. People's convictions were swallowed up by everyday politics. This period is now coming to an end.
Nüüd hakkab see aeg ümber saama.
On July 1st, demonstrators began to picket the Supreme Court building in Tallinn, demanding that political prisoners be released. Within 2 weeks, prisoner of conscience Mart Niklus had been released. The picket line remained in place until September. During the summer, a blatantly Stalinist and imperially minded internationalist movement was established in opposition to the Popular Front. The movement demanded that the Communist Party grant additional rights to non-Estonians. A big issue is being made of linguistic ability. The amount of time that someone has lived in Estonia is being taken into account, as is participation or lack of participation in national movements. Determination of citizenship based on these criteria would divide citizens into real and non-citizens. In the Soviet Union, there is but one citizenship for everyone, citizen of the Soviet Union. The Estonian political prisoner Mart Niklus has been released. He served 2 sentences in Mordovia, a total of 15.5 years. I don't believe the fact that I was released from hell on earth was an act of humanity on the part of our government. I am indebted instead to international public opinion and the Estonian people. The Estonian National Independence Party was established at the party's Congress in Pilistveere on August 20th. The ENIP called for total political, economic, and cultural independence for Estonia, which put it on a clear course of confrontation with the Communist Party. The activities of the ENIP are based on the rock-solid conviction that the Estonian people are politically ready for independence and don't need nursemaids from either the East or the West. national independence is the only thing that will deliver Estonia from colonial dependence and back the political, economic, and cultural sovereignty of Estonia.
Ja tagada Eesti poliitiline, majanduslik ja kultuuriline suveräänsus.
On September 11th, a very big political meeting of the Popular Front, Estonia's Song, took place at Tallinn Song Festival grounds, attracting 300,000 persons. 1 out of 3 Estonians attended that meeting. The speakers called for an independent Estonian state. The day will come when the blue, black, and white flag will fly above the tall Hermann Tower. Sooner or later, victory will be ours.
Ükskord me võidame nii kui nii.
The Popular Front for the Propagation of Perestroika was not a political party, but a people's movement. 28% of the members were also members of the Communist Party. People's fronts were established all at the same time throughout the Soviet Union. In 1988, the vision of the People's Front involved Estonia remaining within the structure of the Soviet Union on the basis of a union treaty. The Congress adopted the program of the People's Front, its charter, and resolutions pertaining to the most acute problems of Estonia. A 7-member executive committee and a council were chosen. Changes in the Constitution of the USSR limiting the rights of republics, these were passed on October 21st, were met with a wave of protest. The Supreme Soviet of the Estonian SSR adopted a declaration of sovereignty within the Union. The Presidium of the Supreme Soviet of the USSR responded by annulling the declaration. The Supreme Soviet of the Estonian SSR sees only one way out of this difficult situation. Estonia's future development must take place under conditions of sovereignty. The sovereignty of the Estonian SSR means that it must possess ultimate power over its territory through the institutions of government and the courts. The sovereignty of the Estonian SSR is both integral and indivisible. Because of this, the future status of the Republic should be affirmed through a union treaty.
Peaks vabariigi edasine staatus NSV Liidus olema määratud liidulepinguga.
The blue, black, and white flag was made legal again in Estonia as of Midsummer Night's Eve, 1988. Nationally minded circles considered the official raising of the flag above the tall Hermann Tower under circumstances where Estonia wasn't independent to be an act of misleading Soviet incitement. Even so, the crowd was moved to tears by the event. The 28th of April, the Nõmme House of Culture. This was the first district of Tallinn where a committee of citizens was established. Committees for the registration of Estonian citizens have also been set up in other parts of Estonia. Honored residents of Nõmme, it is my pleasure to greet you on behalf of the Ad Hoc Communications Working Group of the Committee of Citizens. On the anniversary of the founding of the Republic, the movement of citizens' committees was launched. This movement emphasized the legal continuity of the Republic of Estonia. The committees began to register persons who could prove that they were Estonian citizens. On the 50th anniversary of the signing of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, the peoples of the Baltic states formed a human chain 600 kilometers long, an undertaking organized by the Popular Fronts. 2 million people joined hands in a chain that extended from Tallinn to Vilnius. World public opinion took notice of the human chain. 3 days later, the Central Committee of the Soviet Communist Party made blood-chilling threats to the Baltic states. If the nationalist leaders happen to attain their goals, catastrophic consequences may befall the people of these countries. Indeed, it is not certain that they will continue to exist.